ESPN just dropped its NFL rankings for the start of the 2025 season. The Jets are, as expected, ranked towards the bottom, 29th out of 32 teams. Let's bring up the article and let's talk about it. I didn't read this yet. I wanted to read it live on air here and give you my unfiltered opinion of what I think. So, again, they were 29th. Biggest strength, cornerback. I agree. This group isn't as good as in past years, but it's still likely the Jets' best unit. Sauce Gardner battled injuries last season, but the 24-year-old remains one of the league's best corners, having been a first-team All-Pro in 2022 and 2023. Brandon Stevens, who paced the Ravens in defensive snaps played over the past 2 seasons, was brought in to replace DJ Reed. This should be a solid running mate for Gardner. Michael Carter II is one of the league's best slot corners and is eyeing a rebound. So completely agree with this. I think the best positional group on the team is going to be cornerback. Obviously, Sauce, it's laid out. Brandon Stevens. I think Michael Carter is going to be the most important part of that group because we kind of know what Sauce and Stevens are going to be. If Michael Carter can return to his all-pro play, like I said, he is one of the best slot corners in the league, if not the best. The defense, the secondary is going to live and die, I think, on the back of Michael Carter II. Biggest weakness, quarterback. The Jets replaced Aaron Rodgers with Justin Fields during the season, and it has yet to be determined if the latter can establish himself as an impact NFL starter. Fields, who was benched after 6 starts in Pittsburgh last season, has a career 47.1 QBR and ranks 29th of the 34 qualified QBs during that span. He's a high-impact player as a rusher, but hasn't finished a season with 2,600 yards or 18 touchdowns through the air. Tyrod Taylor returns as the fallback option. I don't necessarily agree with this. I think quarterback is the biggest question, not the biggest weakness. I think you can make an argument that the biggest weakness out of this group could be wide receiver, even though you have Garrett Wilson, but you kind of don't have anybody else behind him. Quarterback, I think, is the biggest question. Now, I take an issue with them saying that he was benched after 6 starts. He wasn't benched. He was the backup quarterback replacing an injured Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson just took over because he was the starter. He was the veteran. He was the starter. He was not benched. Okay, he came in to replace someone who was injured and then eventually sat down when that person came back. If you are the Pittsburgh Steelers, you have a choice between Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. You're going to go with Russell Wilson just because he has the experience. He has a Super Bowl ring. He's gone to 2 Super Bowls. He's clearly a better quarterback than Justin Fields. No one is arguing that. So the idea that Pittsburgh benched him, I think, is completely false. He sat down when the starter came back. X factors for 2025. Tackles Olu Fashanu and Armand Membu. Fashanu ranked 43rd out of 66 tackles in pass block win rate, 88% as a rookie. But both tackles have the chance to be plus starters. Fields has been known to take a sack or 3, and good or not pass protection could be the difference between this offensive line being efficient or not. Yeah, we don't know much about how the offensive line is going to shake out. I love Olu Fashanu. He was the correct pick last year. Came in and didn't have to, the weight of the world wasn't on him. He was able to sit back, learn a little bit, and come in here and there as guys went down. Eventually took over the starting role at left tackle. I love Olu Fashanu. I think he's going to be a fantastic player. And I love Armand Membu. I love his attitude. I love his approach to the game. And I think he's going to be an anchor. I think we have our anchors at left and right tackle. I really do. You need Armand Membu to play just above average. And I think Olu Fashanu needs to play well above average in order for Justin Fields to have the time and have that confidence that he needs. Non-starter to know center Josh Myers. He was the starter for the past 3 seasons in Green Bay, but Myers signed a 1-year deal in New York to be a backup. Seems like a strange decision, but Myers gives the Jets fantastic depth if there are injuries, at any other of the 3 interior line positions. Okay, I mean, sure. I guess that kind of just seems like filler for the article. Yeah, any depth on the offensive line is going to be good. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with 29th out of 32 teams? I feel like it's because there's just a lot of unknowns. Again, I disagree with the weakness being quarterback. I think it's just the biggest unknown. We have unknowns about Aaron Glenn as a coach. We have unknowns about Tanner Engstrand being able to call plays. We have unknowns on whether Michael Carter can come back and play at a high level. We have unknowns at wide receiver. Who's going to step up and be wide receiver too? We have unknowns at tight end. Can Mason Taylor step up? Is Jeremy Ruckert going to finally be the player we think he can be? A lot of unknowns. So I think that's really driving this ranking of the Jets at 29. Let me know what you think.